So Ticket to Paradise just feels like a typical studio cash grab movie with bringing in some incredible big stars in it, and that is really the only thing going for this movie, as other than that it is just incredibly bland. What is up everybody, welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video we are going to be reviewing Ticket to Paradise, which attempts to bring back the popular rom-com era from the early 90s and the early 2000s as well, but I have to say it is actually pretty unsuccessful in doing this. I mean, it has got a few charming moments here and there, it has got a few laughs here and there as well, and the scenery is just absolutely incredible. But other than that, they just had such a good opportunity with bringing back this brilliant genre. But unfortunately, it just comes across as being really, really vanilla, really, really average. Not that much happens in this movie. And ultimately, is just really, really forgettable as a result, which is really, really disappointing. As like I said, the star power in this movie is just absolutely immense. And I'm going to be breaking it all down for you in this movie review. So this film centers around its two lead characters, David and Georgia, and they are divorced parents, and they are forced to travel together to Bali to sabotage their daughter's wedding with somebody who she just met over there. Then the film then explores whether or not they are going to be successful in splitting these two people up while constantly bickering throughout, and to also look at whether or not the flame between the two of them is still alive. Now from a positive point of view, like I said, there are some funny moments in this film, and the star power between Julia Roberts and George Clooney is just absolutely immense. They are totally able to just light up a screen, and they still have it, as they are just such phenomenal players, not only within Hollywood but also in this film. And the location is just absolutely incredible, so breathtaking. You just immediately want to book a plane ticket and travel to Bali yourself, as like I said, all of the locations just look absolutely exotic, super luxurious, and it just looks absolutely brilliant. And I would say the first half of this movie is a lot stronger than the second half, which I guess is a bit of a mix of a positive and a negative, but let's look at more of the negatives. And I have to say, this movie is just so bland. Like I said before, there's like one dramatic moment, and even that is not that dramatic. It's just such a boring film, unfortunately. And even though all of the actors definitely do put their best foot forwards, the younger couple just have zero chemistry between the two of them, and therefore you just can't believe their romance. And I feel like if George Clooney and Julia Roberts weren't in this movie, it would just be absolutely unbearable to watch. As like I said, nothing really happens in this film. However, if that is what you're after and you just want to escape into this world and you just want to see George Clooney and Julia Roberts together in a bit of a rom-com, then it might be a great escapist film for you. But for me, the storyline just did not work. So from a cast and characters point of view, even though the cast are just absolutely brilliant in this movie, the characters unfortunately not so much. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have George Clooney. In this movie he is playing a character called David, who is a really charming, really nice and really funny guy. But other than that, there isn't that much more to this character. He's not that layered, he's not that complicated. He's just a nice guy who found himself in a bit of a troubled marriage. And even though George Clooney is such a brilliant actor and just brings so much to the role, despite the fact that the script doesn't give him that much to work with, I just feel like from a character's point of view, David is actually really, really disappointing. We then have Julia Roberts, who was really, really great as Georgia. A very high maintenance woman, but you do know that she has got a good heart underneath all of that. And I feel like Julia Roberts, to some extent, actually does carry this movie, as she brings so much personality into this film and is just absolutely hilarious, and obviously has such a good relationship on and off screen with George Clooney, so definitely does save this movie, as does George Clooney, but like I said, his character just isn't that layered. We've also got Kaitlyn playing their daughter Lily, and she's a really, really good girl. She is definitely the heart of this movie, and she is such a good girl. She's not very bratty, she takes a lot of rubbish from her parents, and she obviously meets the Jade character, but like I said, they have little to no chemistry. And again, he's a bit of a nice guy. He tries to defend his wife-to-be's feelings with both his parents and with his new soon-to-be in-laws as well. But like I said, there just isn't that much to this couple, and they are really, really bland. And if anything, they just make Julia Roberts and George Clooney even more prominent in this film. We've also got Lucas Bravo playing a character called Paul, who is the new boy toy for Georgia, and I feel really sorry for this actor, as firstly his jokes just do not land, and then I also feel really sorry for this character in terms of what he has to go through in this movie. In terms of the acting ability of Lucas Bravo, he is obviously clearly a good actor, but he just acted exactly as he does as the Gabriel character in Emily in Paris. So we literally just feel like Gabriel was just in this film instead of becoming a new character. We've also got Billie Lourd in this movie playing Ren. She is obviously the late Carrie Fisher's daughter, and she is known for playing roles in horror movies and horror TV shows. And I have to say, she was actually really good in this film. They just don't give her that much to do, as she is just a supportive best friend to the Lily character. So, you know, all in all, even though the cast is pretty decent in this film, I just feel like from a character portrayal point of view, they're just not that great. So Ticket to Paradise absolutely deserves its title name, as it just looks absolutely breathtaking. It was actually filmed in Australia, but you wouldn't believe it, as it does look like you have been traveling all the way to Bali. Everything just looks so luxurious, so exotic, and just so unbelievable. And like I said, it just makes you want to just immediately book your own flight to travel to Bali. And if that was their aim with this movie, then I have to say from that point of view, they were really, really successful, as all of the views just look so magical. And so from a visuals point of view, even though this movie doesn't have that much else going for it, I have to say from both a star power point of view and a look and feel point of view, this film just looks absolutely unbelievable. So from a comparisons point of view, George Clooney and Julia Roberts have obviously done a number of other movies. I would say Ocean's 11 is probably their best one as a duo. I really wanted to love them in this movie, and like I said, there are some sweet moments between the two of these characters, but I just would have wanted them to bring so much more from a script point of view. In terms of other rom-coms though, I have to say there are so many better ones compared to Ticket to Paradise. So for example, My Best Friend's Wedding is a lot better, About Time is a lot better, While You Were Sleeping is a lot stronger, and also the recently released Crazy Rich Asians was just absolutely incredible, and really did show that that is actually how you modernize the rom-com brilliant genre. So from a comparisons point of view, unfortunately, there are just better other rom-coms out there. So overall, with Ticket to Paradise, I absolutely wanted to love this movie, and even though it does have some enjoyable moments in there, I just wanted so much more from it. Its only saving grace, like I said, is the incredible location and the brilliant star power of both George Clooney and Julia Roberts, but unfortunately the script is just incredibly weak, incredibly boring, and just unbelievably predictable as well. And so for all of those reasons, I have to give Ticket to Paradise a 3.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear what you thought of this film, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.